in Surah Al-Maidah 5 and Ayah 43. وَكَيْفَ يُحَكِّمُونَكَ وَعِنْدَهُمُ التَّوْرَةُ فِيهَا حُكْمُ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ يَتَوَلَّوْنَ مِنْ بَعْدِ ذَلِكَ وَمَا أُولَٰئِكَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And how can they govern you? And at-Tawrah, the law, is near them. In it is the hukum, the government of Allah. Then after that they turn away, they are not with the believers. Now the word you see here, Allah says, how can they govern you? How can they govern you? That the at-Tawrah, the law, is near them. They have got the law with them. In the law, in the Tawrah, in the law, or the Tawrah, fiha hukmullah. So in the Tawrah, the law, Allah says is the hukum of Allah, the government of Allah, that the governing ayahs of Allah, the government of Allah. So we come to know from this ayat that the ayahs that are contained, the orders or the governing ayahs is the government of Allah, hukmullah, in the Tawrah. Tawrah means the law. Tawrah means the law. In the Tawrah, the law contains the hukum, the governing ayahs. So here we have understood that the Tawrah, وَعِنْدَهُمُ التَّوْرَةِ, near them is the Tawrah, fiha hukumullah. In the Tawrah, the law is the hukum or the governing ayahs or government of Allah. The Torah, the law. So all this book is Allah's book, and in the ayahs of Allah's book that governs the ayahs that are governing ayahs are the muhkamat ayat, meaning they are the governing ayahs. They are the Torah. What is the Torah? I repeat again. Torah means the law, and the Torah means the law, and in the Torah, the law are the governing ayahs, the muhkamat ayahs, which governs us. We have to govern ourselves. And in the Torah is the hukum of Allah. So hukum of Allah is in the book of Allah, and it is referred as Torah. So all the ayahs that contains the hukum of Allah are the muhkamat or the governing ayahs. All the ayahs that contains the governance, we have to govern ourselves, are referred as the muhkamat ayat, translated as governing ayahs, and Allah is referred as the Torah, the law of the book. Torah of Al-Kitab. Kitab is book, contains the Torah, the law. The law is the book of this book. So the Torah is the law, and in that law is the governing ayahs, and in this governing ayahs is the muhkamat ayat, governing ayahs. So all the ayahs that are governing is the Torah or the law. And Allah says in the previous ayah, the governing ayahs, هُوَ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ مِنْهُ آيَاتٌ مُحْكَمَاتٌ هُنَّ أُمُّ الْكِتَابِ. They are the mother of the book. So I hold in my hand is Al-Kitab. And in this Al-Kitab, the muhkamat ayat, the governing ayat is the Torah, and that Torah is the mother of the book. That Torah becomes the mother of this book, Al-Kitab. All the governing ayats by which we have to govern ourselves, that is the muhkamat ayat, and they are the mother of the book. For example, I tell you that if you say we have to establish the salah, that is a muhkam ayat, the governing ayats. We have to govern ourselves that we have to establish the salah. That's the governing ayat. We have to perform hajj. That's the governing ayat. We have to govern ourselves, that the hajj. Then we have to give sadaqah, the charity. That is the governing ayat. That's the muhkam ayat. Muhkamat ayat. Muhkam means governing. And then you have to fast. That's also governing ayat. That's the muhkam ayat. So all the ayats that are governing you, that are the muhkamat ayat. And they are the mother of the book, same book. They are the mother of the book. And Allah has named that book, that governing ayah, as the Torah, the law. Now we come to the other part, that is the وَأُخَرُ مُتَشَابِهَاتٍ, and the others are resembling ayahs. That ayahs that resemble.